Alright, what's up, y'all? Gonna record this quick video explaining my trades, my two for the day. And yeah, so going into today, I expected pretty much, I wanted us to expand. At first, like looking into today from the previous day, I was first wanted us to expand, but then after peeping the 1 hour chart, we had a weekly cycle right here at the open, and then we also had a daily cycle right away. But that's not too important, especially when you see them at a right around 6 7 p.m. They don't hold that much value. Usually, it just leads to retracement. But the main takeaway from today is that I saw Dow was running way further and faster than NQ and ES, and I pretty much was like, "Look, man, Dow's gonna run. It's Dow day today." So I didn't really expect. Wait, my bad. Why the hell don't I have ES open? Um, anyway, I saw that NQ was staggering, so it wasn't gonna run today. So my trade would need to be quick, and I'm not really expecting too much out of it. So as you can see, pretty much up until 8:30, we had nothing. The whole day was a mess. I'm just gonna pretty much describe those trades that I took. I only took two trades, one break even and one win, and got out because this is a mess, and I'm not trying to trade in this. This is horrible price action. So I'm gonna just show you the trade real quick. So right over here, I believe this was the trade. Yeah, right over here, um, you guys can see we had uh, where is Dow? All right, there, perfect. So on the Dow, I saw this 90 minute. So it was a hidden 90 minute. And obviously you can see Q3 didn't open below. So then after that, I was like, all right, I want to see a retracement. So we swept London on all three assets, which created low probability conditions for us. And I wanted to see a retracement. I was pretty confident about it that at 9:30 we would retrace. 8:30 kind of just went lower and manipulated, so it would be very expectant of us to see a retracement. So then, with that in mind, I went in the 1 minute and I started looking for some kind of a crack. Now, first I was bearish. Absolutely, I was bearish. And if that 90 minute didn't open up, wasn't created, I would have stayed bearish. But then when that 90 minute was created, I was like, all right, they have a chance to have a pullback here. And we have news at 9:45. So if we have manipulation, it's going to be now. So that brings me into that first trade of the day, which was right over here. So my first trade of the day was a short, as I said, and I left break even because I realized that we created that 90 minute with the Dow as I showed you on the 5 minute chart, and then also we started to have some like very basic SMT basic cracks. I was like, all right, like I don't really like what I'm seeing. I would rather wait till the manipulation's over. So then after that, Um, I knew that we're gonna have manipulation, and I kind of wanted to get my trade out the way a bit earlier because I was expecting a really bad 9:30 day. So as you can see, we swept this low on ES, touched it twice. On NQ we didn't, and then we also had these bad boys right here in Q1. So a Q1 with the main cracks. So what does that mean? Then we're going to expand into Q2. So when I saw the Q1 setting up quite nicely and also creating that 90 minute, I was like, no, let me take this manipulation. So I enter right there. Um, I enter and I put a buy limit right at this level right here. And I was like, all right, if it's either gonna come back and touch it or it's just gonna run straight up, it comes back, touches it. I put my stop loss right there, and then I target 3RR for my partials. I take my two I take my partials right around that high just for safety reasons. I just took one and then one because I had a feeling like we're gonna run, but you never know, especially these conditions. So then I ended up pretty much having little to no drawdown. I mean, I'm not really giving myself much room for drawdown anyway, but there's this gap, and I don't want to see it get traded through. So a little bit of drawdown. I mean, no drawdown at all. And then remove some at this high, and then 2390 right over here. I left pretty much at the high of this entire swing, and in those gaps because the idea was the 5 minute gap right here, which is where I want it to reach to. So once it reached that area, you can see 2390. Like I pretty much left at the high of the gap. So I was really happy with that. So nice short trade for the day. Honestly, really good trade. Really, really good trade. I like it. I liked it a lot because it forced me to go and, like kind of just be confident with my skill set. And that's really it. So my last exit was around 4 RR. It's honestly pretty solid. I'm happy with that. And yeah, so that's it. And I'm just solid day. I'm glad to be risking less. I only risked $58 in order to make the $1,000. Well, no, $58 to make 200. What is it? 222. So slowly coming back on this account. And as you guys can see, this was two trades today. It says four because of partials, and Top Step decides to do that. But that's trades. That's partials in there. So two trades a day every single day, and this is the result. I mean, on some of the worst price action we've seen in my opinion, this is some of the worst price action I've seen in months because we got to look at this realistically. Like, are you seeing this on the 4 hour? Look at that and then compare it to like clean expansive moves happening at 10 a.m. Like right here, 10 a.m. expansive move, 10 a.m. drops. You see these some solid drops on those 10 a.m. candle right there. And so just that's what I want to see. And I don't see that here, so slow and steady, slow and steady. Anyway, I'm gonna continue tomorrow. I know that probability. All I just need to roll the dice. If it lands on the number 1 out of 3 and my trade lands, then I take a win. And I'm just keeping it at that. It's probability. There's a chance of me winning, there's a chance of me losing. But my edge gives me a little bit more chance of me winning in the long run. And that's all I care about, and that's all I'm going to be going for. And hopefully I'll be able to achieve by doing so. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.